Hey everyone, it is Najaam Phrsia Lee, and we are back with the self-awareness series. So in this particular video, we're going to talk about, are you putting you first, or are you putting others before you? Let's go. Alright, so are you putting you first, or are you putting others before you? I like to talk about that because a lot of us, especially women, we do this. We especially when it comes to relationships, whether it's a husband, partner, lover, whoever. And hold on. Okay, so this happens to us, especially women, okay? Where we will put others before ourselves, we will put others first, and we'll put ourselves last. And this is a part of self-awareness, really being aware of what we're doing here, right? And why. Many of us have been taught to be the woman of service, right? So that means you're either your partner, your husband, wife, whoever it is, comes first. So you'll probably serve them dinner first, serve them food first, and then you'll probably serve your kids second, or vice versa, serve the kids first, serve your husband next, serving other people, and then you get the crumbs. You put yourself last, and the amount of food that you get probably is not even enough to nourish you. But because you're being in the mode of service and thinking that this is the way, because you were taught this, or you learned this, or it's a religion that taught you this, you then will place yourself last and really be so used to it that it's not even a thought, it's just what you do, right? And that becomes a software within that's running on autopilot in your life. And I really want to challenge you to start putting you first, right? Things that you desire to do is another example of things that you probably really want to do but haven't done it because you are thinking about the other person in front of you, such as maybe your kids, such as maybe your partner, such as maybe a family member, whoever else, right? But you really want to do whatever it is that you really want to do, but because of this particular software or way of living that you think, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do, because that's an outside influence, it's an outside belief, that's an outside teaching, right? It's really not yours. You do it. So I would give you an example. Like, my daughter challenged me this when she was really young, and this is when I was like studying Islam, and this whole thing of really being of service to whoever my partner is, and giving to her, my daughter, and other people, and I would always put myself last. And I remember this little girl of mine came up to me and asked me, Mom, how can we always like serve everybody else before you? Why don't you serve yourself first? It's okay. And I was trying to be under this religious aspect of, sweetie, this is really like what God would want, Allah would want, of me being of service and making sure everyone else is okay. And she came back with, but don't you think you need to be okay too, Mama? And it wasn't until later on, like in my life, after things change and shift, and I realized coming out of that relationship, I lost myself. I lost my purpose. I lost time, or the illusion of time in that spacing. And lost a lot of the things that was really important to me, I was not doing, right? Because of playing this role of submission, playing this role of service, and that service is putting me aside and others first. And that's not what service is. Service is you are serving yourself first. You are making sure you are okay. You're making sure you're strong mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, so that you can share the excess. Service is about you first. You have to be mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually empowered, strong, and capable, so that the residual, the extra flow that's coming over, that you can then service to another person. You can then give to others. You can then really utilize the power that is flowing in you to then service others. If you are not in that power, then you're not really serving 100% your best self. And that was the kicker for me to learn, right? Service starts with you, serving you first. And so with this am I putting myself first, I learned in this aspect that it's important I put myself first. I have to be absolutely equipped mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically in order to then help others, give to others, serve others, do for others in that way, because I'm already efficient, I'm already strengthened, I'm already 100% good in order to do that aspect for others, right? And so putting yourself first is essential. Anyone that flies a plane or flies in a plane, if you've ever done that, that what is the thing that they talk about in the plane, which is, you know what, if anything, the oxygen comes down, put the oxygen on you first, then you're going to put it on the next person, your child or whoever else is sitting beside you. You cannot put the oxygen on everybody else and you don't have your oxygen on. How you breathing? Right? So same thing here, and I hope you can take something away from this today, that it is essential. What are you not doing when it comes to putting yourself first? I need you to ask yourself, why are you giving and putting others first before yourself? And really look at the beliefs and softwares you are utilizing as an excuse to then say, this is why. Check that first, because if it's not empowering you, if it's not really giving you success for you, then what are you doing? And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Hope you're loving this. Give me some feedback below, comment below, and I would love to read them over. And let's continue the conversation in our self-awareness series. See you in the next one.